Hi, Sonia here. How are you all doing? Oh my gosh, I have an update for you. I was gonna go live yesterday, which was Tuesday, which would have been on schedule, but it was impossible.
It's
Oh, whoops.
everything you wish for. Your site traffic is skyrocketing
Sorry.
until.
Okay, sorry about that. There's always something. Sorry, guys. I'm super tired. I'm really happy to see you guys there. It's late, like it's 11 o'clock. But I really wanted to give you this update. You're not going to believe what I found while I was thrifting. It's crazy. Hi, Susie. Hi, Halo. Nice to see you guys. Hi. So, oh my gosh, I was going to do it yesterday, but it didn't work out and it's really late, but I really want to tell you, hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So, hi Bella. Bella in the house. Vicky, oh my God. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here, Vicky. Well, you already know what I found, but I'm going to show you. Hi, Carlos. Oh my God, let me clean my glasses. First of all, check this out. Okay, this is not the thing that I found, but isn't this gorgeous? Look at this blouse. Look, I used to be wearing like hobo clothes. When I look at what I used to wear now, I'm like, oh my God, it was so bad. Like before I found the thrift stores, before I learned how to find clothes in there. Hi, love. I used to tell you guys, I shop like once or twice a year. If I hate shopping, if I find a pair of pants that fits, I'll buy like five and I'll never go back again. But a lot of that had to do with, well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was a terrible shopper. I hated it. I always said I shop like a guy. I didn't want to spend money and I found it very stressful. I think it was because those big stores with like lots of music and the lighting, I don't know. I would go in there and have a nervous breakdown. I couldn't find anything that fit. I don't know why, but like it was always awful. But now it's like the complete opposite. I thrift like a machine. I go in there and then boom. I go through the racks. I like pick out stuff I like. I find clothes for me. I find clothes to sell. I don't know what happened. It's weird. My mother was actually a reseller. I don't know if you guys know this. She was a stewardess during the 60s, and I probably told you before, but in case you don't know, and wait, where's that envelope? So I'd like to show it to you. Here it is. She noticed that in Canada you couldn't get like a Chanel type suit. You had to actually buy Chanel. But in Europe, they would make Chanel style or, whatever, Pucci style. And so she had the bright idea, since she was a stewardess and she was going back and forth from Europe to Canada all the time. She had this idea, why don't I import some clothes? So she did that and she opened a little boutique, which was called Elga's Bazaar. I still actually have an envelope. And that's what I named my boutique after. And so she was buying clothes in the stores in Europe and bringing them over here and selling them. And I still have a couple pieces. Actually, I could show you one of them. I'd like to show you, but I'm going to show you what I found. But the reason I'm telling you this is because it's so weird, because my mother was a total fashionista, and she was really good at, she was into clothes and she was into reselling. That's what my mother did. And I never like related to it. I'd always be like, I'm not like her. I don't shop. But then I don't know, I discovered that I like things. I like the mid-century decorative art, so I started with that. But then I realized that actually I do like clothes. It's just that I've always been so poor I couldn't afford them. So I would go to Ardennes and buy the old whatever I could find that was cheap. If I found some good jeans at Ardennes, I'd buy like 5 pairs on sale. I'd buy like 10 pairs of shorts for $5 each at the end of the summer. And I just didn't shop because I just couldn't afford it. But I realize now that actually I do like clothes. And when they're cheap and there's a little wiggle room, like if it doesn't fit perfectly, it's not like you wasted $100. So anyway, I discovered that I do like things and I like to find things for other people. And some of my own friends have been buying stuff off of me, which is cool. But let me show you something from my mom. And I used to wear this back in the 90s. Hold on, sorry about this camera. Okay, let me go grab it. It's right here. I don't want to like disappear on you. Oh yeah, but look at this shirt. This is a gorgeous shirt that I found. And these jeans, man, I used to call my jeans toilet paper jeans. They were so destroyed, my Ardennes jeans. And these are Desigual jeans and they fit. And the crazy thing is too, since I got those implants out, my energy is up so much. I'm busy all the time and I've been losing weight, I think, because look, wait, make sure my fly is not down. But like Like I'm not as chunky as I used to be, and I would wear like a 32, like a size 12, almost a size 14. And then the last time I bought some pants that were like in my normal size, they were too big. So I don't know. But anyway, I feel a lot better than I did before, and I'm running around finding nice clothes really cheap. And this bracelet, look at this thing, isn't that awesome? It's a huge cuff bracelet all full of amethyst. You guys are not going to believe I paid $3 for this thing. I mean, wow. Anyway, so let me show you the suit from my mother. So this was from my mother's boutique. What does it say on it? It says Vilroy Travelers Hand Washable. This is from the 1960s. And it's a wide, like, flare pants jumpsuit. Now, how crazy is that? Can you guys see that? That is so crazy. And it's like this stretchy polyester. Okay? Yeah, it's gorgeous, right? You know, it's had some wear. It's probably got a couple holes in it. It's got some pills. Well, this was from my mother's store back in the 60s. Palazzo. Well, no, Palazzo pants. It's like, it's just the pants that's super wide. You think this is Palazzo? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe that's Palazzo. But anyway, this print, it's like similar to Pucci, which is a very expensive Italian designer. It's not a real Pucci, but it's like Pucci style. That's what my mother was doing. She was buying these clothes in Europe where they were super into all kinds of stuff and they had everything. And she was bringing them to here where the only people who could wear anything that looked like Pucci was rich people. So I thought that was really cool. And I find it weird. Yeah, it's Pucci-esque. I find it weird that all of a sudden it's like I just did exactly what my mother did. I mean, that's what I'm doing. We'll see how it goes. But I discovered that I have this insane passion for this. And guess what? When you're doing what you're passionate about, it makes you feel so alive. It makes you feel like you love your life. And I used to feel like that about making videos, but let's just say things have changed. I still love you guys and I do love going live, but the scene is different. And like, it was actually really draining me because of the iffiness of like posting something and then it gets taken down, or, you know, it was just, like I said, it was like a bad boyfriend. You're walking on eggshells, and it was giving me a lot of stress. But then I discovered that actually there's other things I like to do. Not to say I've changed my political views, but I just don't really, you know, anyway, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys all know what's going on. And here's another thing I was going to say, and I did promise my son, I'm not going to make this long because he wants to go to bed early. But I come on here like once a week and I just tell you all the stuff, and there's so much. What we went through in the last few years, it was like, it was something we had anticipated for a long time. And I view it kind of like it was a test to see like, what was our fortitude? Like, how could we deal with this kind of situation? And a lot of us, as you know, you out there, myself included, realized that we literally had the amount of commitment to serving God first, that we were fearless, and that we had the strength of conviction and the fortitude to withstand all of this kind of stuff, that we could do that. And it's like, after going through that, like, I lost a lot of my fear. I was like, well, you know what, bring it, because we've done it before. And now I'm just like, whatever, screw it, you know, bring it. I mean, I'm not going for it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, we did it. We went through that. We survived intact. And if we can go through that, we're pretty strong people. Yes, you discovered you're stronger than you thought. I knew that there was no way for me. I knew what was like, I knew how I felt about the whole thing. And I didn't say everything on here, but I knew where I stood, and I knew I was going to stand strong till the end, come what may, because I just trusted in God. And you know what? It just brought my faith up a lot. You know, so I was waiting for this for years, and I went through that, and now I feel like, you know what, we're in a lull, and now it's time to live again. And I'm not going to spend the rest of my life sitting here looking up the news, which, by the way, we're not even allowed to talk about news in Canada anymore. Like, we're not allowed to, Facebook and Google or whatever, they're not allowed to even share news to us. Like, we're not allowed to share news articles anymore because of Justin Trudeau. He's got some great ideas. Actually, I think what it was he wanted them to pay a fee to like reshare the news, and they said no, so that Facebook decided to boycott by not letting us see any news. So that's how it happened. It wasn't that Trudeau said we can't see it. It was that like social media and Google decided that they won't show it to us because they don't want to pay for that. So, but you know what? Whatever. I'm on Telegram and I don't need Facebook. There's no news on there anyway. Yes, on the news, Sophie is leaving. And I'm like, wow, like she made it through for quite a long time. Can you imagine being married to this guy? Is he like that much of a zombie robot in real life too? I heard that he is. I actually know someone who knows his brother. Well, I should probably not tell you too much. But anyway, yeah, apparently Trudeau has changed quite a bit. And someone else that I know very closely went to school with the Trudeaus. And apparently his brother Sasha is nothing like him. He's like super nice guy. But anyway, that's enough about Trudeau. So yeah, so like back to the fashion. Let's talk about something important, like what makes us happy. And I hope that you guys are living your passion. Like seriously, I mean, if you're passionate about reading the news and you know, whatever, like then go for it. But if there's other things that make you feel like you're exploding with life and creativity and you're living in a flow state. See, I used to feel like I was living in a flow state, and I said I'm addicted to the flow because I would play the piano and I felt like I was in a flow, or I would make videos, or I would paint. And then at some point, it just doing the videos, I was not in a state of flow because of the censorship. I was not able to express my creativity. And you can't be in a state of flow if you can't express yourself, if you're being stifled. It's impossible. So that's why. So there you go. Anyway, but I feel like I found that again with what I'm doing now, and we'll see. You know, they say do what you love and the rest will come. So public experiment, you guys can see what happens with this. Do I end up in the street or does it work, you know? Anyway, so here's the Poochie jumpsuit. I just wanted to tell you, I mean, it's not real Poochie, right? But I used to go to the raves in this because I was a big raver back in the 90s. And I used to always wear this suit and everybody loved it. And it was the best for dancing because of the wide legs, you know, and it was super comfortable. So now let me tell you what I found, because I did tell my son I wouldn't be on here too long. Wait, let me take a hit off my vape first before I tell you. Poshmark is like the world's biggest swap meet. There's a lot of really nice stuff out there. And you know, if you have good taste and you specialize in a certain genre or whatever, a certain style, and you can cultivate a clientele, I think you can really make it work. I know there's girls that do, or guys too. There's people that really make it work. But and I've been doing that, and this is so crazy because like life just like when you let it just sort of happen, it takes you in different directions that you didn't even know. And I discovered that I told you this before, I really interested in plus size clothing and like sourcing that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of going in the direction of specializing in like really gorgeous plus size clothes. I mean, I've been plus size on and off, and I know it's hard to find clothes, and they're very expensive for some reason. When I was plus size, I remember going to Additionnel, the fat girl store, and I remember how hard it was. It was so hard to find good clothes, and they were so costly. It was discouraging. So I've decided that I'm going to source all the gorgeous plus size clothes. That's my main focus. But as I was online sort of browsing and looking at like what kind of things people sell, because I like vintage too, and I had gone on Etsy and looked at, let me see if my light goes any brighter than that, because I think it's a bit dark. No, it's maxed out. I'd gone on Etsy and I was looking at like what kind of vintage clothes people are selling, you know, or whatever. I'm just browsing. And I see that people are selling dead stock. And I was like, oh my God, they're so lucky. How did they get their hands on dead stock? Dead stock is clothes that were made a long time ago that were never sold. So they're new, but they could be from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, early 2000s. And they're highly valuable as vintage clothes because they're new with tags, they're pristine, you know, and they're amazing, right? Hey, Salty. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Blue Flyer. Oh, I saw you before. Sorry, I say hi again. Hi, Michael. So I thought, I actually like just about prayed. I was like, I would really love to find some dead stock. How do people do this? There are people that have their entire Etsy store. They have like 300 items. They're all fantastic dead stock. I'm like, where do you find this? Well, you won't believe what happened. I went to the thrift store the other day, and this lady goes, there sure is a lot of Miss 60 in here. And I was like, oh yeah? I'm just listening to her talking to somebody else. Oh yeah, Miss 60? Where? So I start going through the store, and I'm looking, and I find, where did I put it? Hold on a second. One second. I'm going to show it to you. I think it's worth it. I have a lot of stuff here on this rack now that I'm processing. I want to show you the first one that I found. It is here somewhere. No, that's not it. Where is it? My God, sometimes when you have so many clothes, it like starts to get hard to keep track. Yeah. Oh my God, I really did want to show it to you. Sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this was the first thing I found. Hi, Reg. Okay, I come across this thing, all right? It is a halter top jumpsuit with a sort of blousey waist, and it's denim. It's extremely long for a very tall, thin girl, I guess. And it's like flare, right? I was like, what the heck is that? This jumpsuit from Miss 60, and it's new with tags. And I realized this is dead stock. This is what this is. And I think actually it says on here somewhere. No, you know what? When I first found this one, I was like, oh my gosh, a Miss 60 jumpsuit. These things are $500. $500 online. If you go to the Miss 60 store. And at first I thought it's a new one. They put it in the store with the tags. They didn't want it. It's incredibly gorgeous. I have not listed it. I did pay $20 for it, which is cheap, but I mean, it's a lot for a thrift store. Hi, Cajun. I found this piece, and then, hold on. Like, I'm not going to show you all of them. I started finding more. All right, I found this little tank top here. Yeah, wait, Cheryl, it gets better. It gets crazy. I found this little tank top. It's also Miss 60. It's new with tags. These were not cheap. I mean, they were cheaper than buying them directly from Miss 60, but they weren't cheap for thrift store. And I was like, oh my God. Okay, so I found that and the jumpsuit, and I'm going to show you a couple more. Oh, the jumpsuit is tiny, love. It says small, but it's like extra small. Like, actually, it was even like small on my mannequin. I mean, it could be worn by someone who's extra small, but the hips were, yeah, it's really small. And then I found this. Okay, and this is by like a subsidiary of Miss 60. It's called, oh no, wait, no, this one, I'm sorry. You know, got the story all screwed up. No, this one's Miss 60. Okay, but they have these like little like labels in them. Okay, I found the shorts. Yeah, and that's when I saw the date and I realized it's dead stock. I found dead stock. So I found this. wait, one more thing, okay? Because I want you guys to get the story of how this unfolded. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, so originally I bought the jumpsuit, the tank top, the shorts, and this. This was the other thing I found. And at this point, it's Killa, which is the like subsidiary of Miss 60, but it's early 2000s. Like these are raver clothes, very early 2000s, okay? I mean, I remember those days very fondly, you know. Well, the 90s for me especially, but I mean, I think by 99 I like stopped partying and whatever. I wasn't like wearing fancy clothes, but this style is very 90s also, you know. It's streetwear. Yeah, and they all have those labels, and I realized that this was dead stock. And she had said, I had overheard that woman say there sure is a lot of Miss 60 in here. But the store was closing. So I basically grabbed the Killa shirt, the Miss 60 shorts, the Miss 60 tank top, and that fantastic jumpsuit. And I went home and I was like, I'm going back tomorrow and I'm going to look for more of it. And when she said there was a lot, she wasn't kidding. There was all kinds. Hold on a second. And I really did want to show you because they're so gorgeous. I mean, to me, these are like gems. Like, there's nothing I could have wanted more than to, yes, brand new vintage. Exactly, Bella. That's dead stock. Nothing I could have wanted more from the thrift store than to find new with tags, dead stock, vintage. And especially, I mean, any vintage would be great from any decade. But the fact, yeah, it's a jackpot, Vicky. But the fact that it's early 2000s is kind of like an extra bonus because the 90s kind of came back in style and still is trending now, like with the big wide pants. And Y2K is starting to come back. But you know what's going to come after that is going to be the early 2000s because that's how it works. They're not going to go back to like 60s all of a sudden. That's just how vintage goes, right? So I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's not technically vintage yet for like another year or two. And Miss 60 is awesome because it's also, it's retro on top of it, you know? Let me put it away. I put everything in bags to make sure that nothing gets damaged. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put this away. I don't know if you guys want to see more of it. I mean, like, I'll show you this one. I love the fact that the Killa was in there, like not only Miss 60, but also Killa. That's super cool. Yeah, so this was like a little tank top. And they're weird, like, no, this is a nice design in the front, but the back, it's not exactly a racer back. It's like it has like a keyhole kind of thing going on in the back. It's cool. Like they're all very original. One of them I bought and I tried it on my mannequin and I realized like the shoulders are so wide that it won't stay up, and I thought some of these are irregulars, but maybe a couple that I bought are totally useless, but most of it's good. And there's one that I can wear. I'm gonna strip again, like I often do, because I want you to see this one. This one I'm gonna keep for me. There's like two things that fit me. There's a gray tank top, and there's this. It's Killa, and I love crochet sweaters, and I love crochet shrugs, and like boleros. And I have a drawer full of like Betsy Johnson shrugs, and I mean like little crochet sweaters and stuff. Wait, where's the top? But I'm going to put it on. I showed it to you in this picture that I posted. Yeah, it's incredible. I cannot even believe. I have no reason to wear this. I'm just a cleaning lady. I don't want it to get stuck on my bracelet either. These are fussy clothes. My ring, everything gets stuck. Oh no, no, not with these. Oh my God, it's like the worst thing to be wearing is this bracelet. No, I won't even put that one in all the way, maybe. Anyway, it has this like amazing like crochet flower here. And it's just like a little bolero thing like that. All crocheted is super cool, right? And this one, I'm not going to put all the way because I don't want to ruin it with my bracelet. This one fits me. And so does like one other thing. But well, let me get this thing off. I'm stuck now. I shouldn't have worn this bracelet with it. Well, the thing was, I went back and I found a lot. I found a lot of dead stock pants, and that's mostly what I bought. I have a few tops, and this one sweater, but let me show you these crazy pants. I spent all my money. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. Apparently I made over $1,000 on Poshmark. Not bad, I think. I'm telling you this not to brag, but to encourage you, like, get on there and sell your stuff. I spent all my money. I mean, did I spend all my money? Most of it. I mean, they do take a cut, so I'm not sure. I don't think that was how much I take home, but like I sold $1,000+ worth of merchandise, but I probably took home about $800. I spent it. I guarantee. But it's crazy because my mother had so much fantastic stuff. And like when she got old and she had to move, I've told you this before, but in case you don't know, she had a house full of absolute treasures, like antiques, vintage, you name it. But we were in such a rush to get her out and like get things sorted, we just auctioned it all off. Like, I didn't know anything about selling stuff at the time, and we just auctioned it. I sold a vintage baby carriage for like $50. That was the only thing. So we like just offloaded all the family treasures, thousands and thousands of dollars worth. I mean, it sold at auction for $5,000, and that's auction. So you know it was worth 50 probably. And at least, I mean, God knows, who knows, right? And that was in the States at our house in Vermont. And our house over here, I just gave it to the refugees. Like, I gave them like vintage china, mid-century furniture. I've told you this before. I rented a truck, loaded up with Justin, and we gave all these treasures to the refugees because we were like in an emergency situation. I couldn't take it in my house. What am I going to do with it? I have no space, and I didn't know what to do with it. And this is why stuff ends up in places like that, because somebody gets sick or dies or whatever, they have to move, and they just like get rid of their stuff. And the only thing that I was left from my inheritance was my mother's clothes, which actually at the time she still had, well, and the pie cupboard and like a couple of things. Her clothes, she still had them. And then when she got sicker and like she moved, and we had to make things more and more simple, and obviously she's not going to wear her silk dresses from the 1960s. They went to me along with a box of costume jewelry, which I haven't listed. I don't know what I'm gonna at some point, but not on Poshmark, not for now anyway. I inherited her clothes, so I put it up and I started selling those clothes, and I sold $1,000 worth of clothes, and I bought dead stock with it. Now, I mean, if you know, I could have been like, well, I'll pay my phone bill with it. I could have done that too, but I made a decision to reinvest it, because the stuff that I have, I'm lucky if I can sell it. When I look at what I had in my inventory, like in February or March, it's just my old crap, my mom's crap, and I'd be lucky if somebody paid me $5 or $10 for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of it was nice, like her true vintage items that were in good shape, and some of them I got like $50 for. Thanks, Susie. But largely it was just my old stuff, you know, and my mom's. So I invested it because I didn't have that money in the first place. I made it on Poshmark, and I bought all this dead stock. So look, this is like, for example, look at these. These are just to die for. Early 2000s with the tags, Killa, and it's called Rag Flake, and it's from Italy. This is like the best for this, from Miss 60 pants. It's linen blend jean, like sort of jeans, and look at the color, and they're like super wide floppy. very high quality. And they're all like a little distressed, you know, like they're made that way. They're made to be the absolute coolest shit you could ever find. Yes, it is cool, isn't it, Cajun? I feel like I was blessed. And this is why I'm doing this, because I feel like God's got my back. Because come on, I mean, the fact that, first of all, I managed to raise $1,000 in like, what, 4 months on Poshmark. That was pretty good. And, oh, World's Fair memorabilia. Yeah, it's cool. See, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then the fact that I came across all this dead stock, I'm encouraged. Thanks, Cajun. So this is one, and I'm treating these like these were like diamond bracelets. I mean, I'm so careful handling them. I don't know how these jeans have managed to survive 20 years with their tags in pristine condition. And trust me, if I'm not careful, I will ruin them in 5 minutes. It's going to be spaghetti sauce or butter or lipstick or I don't know what. So I keep them in Ziploc bags. And I have a special drawer for it. I'm going to show you like, oh, this was cute too. Wait. Okay. I'm going to, well, I guess I could even put this one on if you guys are interested. Life is agreeing with me. Well, I think so. Like before, like with my implants and my illness, you guys, I felt like I was dying. I really did. I would look around and I'd feel like the world, like I understand what it would feel like at the end of your life where you're watching people and you're like, I'm passing the torch, like it's your party now. And you feel like the party's over and you're sort of hanging around. I mean, that's how I felt. I felt like my party is over. I'm just sort of hanging around. There's nothing left for me here because I was so unwell. I'm telling you, it was so bad. I was just like dead inside. My body was like just being poisoned. And I was just sort of like trying to get through day to day. And then once I got those things out, the pain was gone. The breathing problems were gone. The fatigue has gotten better. And as I get my energy back, guess what? I get back to work because I was never a lazy person who would like lie around all day. That just wasn't me. You guys know me. I was here making videos all the time. I was running around. I've been like that my whole life. I'm a hard worker, you know. I do my laundry by hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I never stop. But I don't feel like I'm working. Like with what I'm doing, whether I'm caregiving or even like, well, the housework, I get tired of it sometimes. But I feel like I'm playing with my toys. That's what I feel like. And then like late at night, I tell myself, okay, put your toys away and go to bed. But I'm actually working on something, you know? But whether I'm making jewelry that I'm going to sell or I'm processing and photographing and cataloging clothes I'm going to sell, or I'm even just washing my laundry by hand, I feel like I'm playing with my toys. And so, you know, between the fact that I'm not sick anymore and the fact that I'm doing everything that I love, I feel like I'm alive. And I'm very grateful for that because I thought my life was over. I thought I was done, completely washed up. But I'm back. So this is the one that fits me. I do, yeah, you must enjoy what you do. I do enjoy what I'm doing. And you know what? Honestly, I'm 52. I'm 50. If I was 25, like back then, I was the same way. I liked making things and I liked selling things. My parents were always discouraging me. They're like, oh, it's very competitive. You'll never make any money. You should be a secretary. It was like that, you know. So I did what they said. I mean, I went to university and then I did become a secretary even, which was not bad, but it wasn't, you know, like you really have to do what you love. Otherwise it becomes a grind, you know. And at this age now, I mean, how long am I going to live? 20 years, maybe? Maybe 30? Screw it. I made some money on Poshmark. I'm going to spend it and reinvest it. I feel like I'm just playing with this, you know? Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I buy a bunch of dead stock and then what? I can't get rid of it? Oh, I'll get rid of it. I will definitely get rid of it. Does it take me 5 years? Maybe. I really don't care. Because whatever, right? I don't care. I don't have a big mortgage. I don't have any car payments. I've got like nothing, right? But look at this shirt, though. I got this shirt. How cool is that? Oh, my boobs are a little big. I can't believe they're so big even without the implants. What's I doing with implants? But yeah. Hold on a second. There. How cool is that? I think I might keep this one for me because look how cute it is. I mean, yes, I have a bit of a sausage. I'd have to wear something else with it. But how cute. Is that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, I feel like it's a little tight. This one's a large. Oh my god, I actually found a large. It's like God gave me this shirt. So cute. Yeah, it's really, really cute. So I'm going to keep this for me, and I'm going to keep this for me because I'm in love with it, and there's no way I want to sell it. I think I would like cry if somebody bought this from me. But I have a couple pairs of pants I want to show you. I'm going to take it off before I destroy it though. Oh my god, look how cute it is. See, I made a good raver, right? I made a good like early 2000s person. Yeah, it's totally my style. I love Betsy Johnson. I love Miss 60 and Killa. Oh, I got one other thing too from Baby Fat. Oh my god, wait till I show you that. It's crazy. Oh, make sure I don't get lipstick on it. I've become kind of an expert in stain removal though. I've gotten really good. I'm a really good mender. So I have, you know what I did though? I bought some clothes that needed a little tweaking and I tweaked them and they're fine. But I bought this jean jacket with, well, it's like a jean shirt with rhinestones on it. I don't know how I missed this. A lot of the rhinestones have fallen off. I totally didn't see it. I thought it was intentional, like 'cause the design was kind of like solid and then tapering off. But then on closer inspection today, I realized that it had black stones too, and they were all falling off. I'm like, what am I going to do with this now? I guess I'm going to wear it. I'm going to do the coastal cowgirl thing. Wait, where did this go? Let me make sure I don't destroy it. Okay. Oh, I need another hit off my vape. I'm going to show you the Baby Fat. Betsy Johnson, and you found a Baby Fat shirt? Awesome. That stuff is hard to come by. Like, it was really popular in the early 2000s. I think it started in 99. She launched it. Kimura Lee, what's her name? Anyway, then it like discontinued, and then they teamed up with Forever 21 in I think 2019, and they did like some more stuff. But the stuff I found is from before. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple pairs of these pants because they're just insane. This is so crazy. Look at this. White jeans, like they're kind of flare, and then they've got this embroidery on them here. And none of this fits me. This is all size 28. But look how much detail. Look, all different colors. And it's full of like, I thought they were dirty. Like actually when I picked these up, it was raining and I bought all this stuff at the thrift store and I just put it in these dollar store bags. And it was raining. My car wasn't that far. But then I left it in the bags because I was exhausted. Yeah, no, none of this fits me. And then the next day when I unpacked it, I noticed like, oh no, look, it's got green all over it, right? Can you see the green a bit? And I thought, oh my God, I ruined them because I put them in the green dollar store bag. But then I realized, no, it's intentional. And it's all over. No, it was intentional. Good thing I didn't bleach them. But yeah, so that's one pair. But you have to be tall and skinny to wear those. I guess you could have them shortened if you were short, but yeah, like they're not meant for little short, stocky people like myself. And this one is crazy too. This one's Killa. And they're like distressed jeans. And these ones are they flared? They're more like just straight, like wide leg. But then here's what's special about them. Look at this. It has this sort of decal on it that looks like chains hanging down. So crazy. Like, what the heck? Isn't that amazing? It's is really something, you know. So I'm treating them like they're made out of pure gold, trying to make sure nothing happens to them. Yeah, and they've got like spots on them, but it's all intentional. And it actually says it on the label. What size, Vicky? They're all a 28. They're small. I think that I'm going towards being a size 10. Thank God. I mean, like, I accepted my size and I was like, it's fine, whatever. But I think that I lost some weight, but I don't think I'm ever going to fit them. I put my leg in one of them and I could only get it up like just past my knee. Yeah, it's real. They're really small. You're a 14. Yeah, I'm like a 12. Maybe I'm a 10. I don't know, but 11 maybe. Yeah, they're size 8 cc. Yeah. And you guys know, like, I went on Poshmark, but I said I want to open an Etsy because that jewelry that I have is too, I don't want to sell it on Poshmark because I'm realizing there's a sort of game that goes on there. You list something for what you want. People send you offers, or you're supposed to send a discount. And people want discounts. Poshmark is, it's a discount store. It's for like new with tags at a lower price, or it's like a thrift store. It's more expensive than when you go looking for stuff yourself in the store. But sorry, somebody driving like a race car driver out there. It's basically people are expecting low prices for the most part, unless Bella, Vicky, you hear that? Motorcycles running around. Anyway, even for like a Gucci bag, nobody wants to pay full price, right? That's what people come to Poshmark for, which is okay. I can do that for some things. Yeah, fixing to bite the dust. Yeah, it's Jacques Villeneuve tearing around the neighborhood. Well, the thing is that that's fine for most of the stuff, and I'm so hold on a second. Brandy Vaughn? No, I didn't hear a story. I'm so happy to like source these amazing items here and fix them up sometimes and like put them up because I feel like I'm connecting this beautiful thing with somebody who really wants it. Like my Juicy Couture glasses case, there was somebody out there who wanted a pink leather clamshell glasses case, and I was able to provide it for her, you know? No, who's Brandy Vaughn? I don't know who she is. I don't know. Was she one of those? Was it with the police or something? Anyway, I don't know, but I'm not sure what it has to do with the current topic of conversation either. But anyway, now I lost my train of thought. So where was I? Yeah, but like for this kind of stuff, like there's people that have entire Etsy sites with just dead stock. I would love to have like an Etsy site that's not, I don't want it to look like a cluttered up bazaar. Like it's called Elga's Bazaar, and it really is. It's like home stuff and jewelry and clothing, and that's normal on Poshmark. But on Etsy, people are advised, because I've been studying this like I was taking a course in it. You're advised to stick to one thing. Like if you're going to do vintage, you know, you could do vintage jewelry and vintage clothing, but it's better if you have like one store for jewelry or one store for clothing or one store for home goods. And you don't want to mix like, you know, vintage jewelry and also your own handmade crochet pot holders that you make. It doesn't work. It's bad marketing. When people go to a store where it's all one of a thing, they were looking for this kind of thing. They were looking for, let's say, dead stock, or they're looking for vintage Miss 60. They find your store, for example, and that's what it's got in it. It's got like a couple of brands. Like I have this too. Like I have a couple of these. These are mine though. These are a couple of Cousteau shirts. You might have seen me wear them. I've got this one and this one. They're not in perfect shape though. They have a couple of very small like holes. So like let's say you have a store that is selling this particular kind of like Y2K type stuff. and somebody loves that, they're going to come in, they're going to be like, oh, I like this and I like that and I like that. And they're going to remember your store. Does it cost more to have 2 or 3 stores? I don't think so, because you pay per listing, you know. But if you have like your crochet pot holders, they have to sift through all these listings to find stuff they like. I know that for me, like when I find a store that I like that has the kind of stuff that I like let's say I like vintage and I'm looking for, I don't know, embroidered leather bags, I find a store that specializes in it, it's going to make me more likely to want to stay on that page, to remember the name, to come back. And if they have like a few things, like let's say I like boho accessories, like bags and this kind of stuff, I might go there and like put a few things together and buy it. Like there's a store that I've bought from on Poshmark. I bought something from her and I'm going to remember her store and I'll probably go back again. But when it's like a whole mix of a lot of different things, I think it gets confusing. So the other thing with Etsy is you set your price and they have to pay it. None of this bartering. Because I am starting to realize, like, if I put up a skirt for 50, I'm actually just suggesting it. Well, how about $50? And then they're going to be like, well, no, it's maybe 30. And I'll be like, well, I'll do 35, you know, and you know what I mean? So, and that's actually kind of like a lot of work, all this like bartering. So that's why I wanted to move to a different site or even just have my own site. So that's why, like, I haven't listed it. I listed a couple things on Poshmark. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you wouldn't call it dead stock, you'd call it new vintage. No, but it is technically called dead stock. And that's what people are looking for. Like people who look for this kind of stuff, they're going to Google dead stock. Because it means something very specific. You know? You're selling conspiracy theorists? What? Oh, conspiracy theorists were right about everything t-shirt. Excellent. Like that should sell. I mean, lots of people feel like bragging probably these days. And so anyway, here's another skirt. Killa. This is amazing, right? Yeah. And this one I can actually wear, but this one's just like a tiny little thing. It's just a little slip of a skirt from Miss 60, but it has this like metal little plaque on it, which is kind of cool. A little tiny slip of a skirt. So I got to think, you know, because it's one thing to like list your own junk from your closet, which is what I've been doing. Okay, you sent me a link about her. I don't know. Okay, yeah. All right, I'll check it out. But it's one thing. I mean, thanks for sending me the link. It's one thing to like list your stuff you have in a house. I highly recommend it. List your books. List your comic books. I've sold comic books. List your clothes, your shoes. Just list it. It's another thing to like have actually valuable stuff that you want to make a true boutique. That's something else. First of all, I have to really figure out what the value is, because you don't want to ask too much or no one's going to buy it. But you also don't, like, I could be like, oh, hey, look what I found. I put it up for $50. Somebody offers me 35. I'm like, sure. And you know, what did I pay for it? 15. So I come out with a $10 profit after Poshmark cut. And I don't think that's the right way to go, you know? So that means I have research to do. I have to figure out what is it worth. And right now, I kind of have a rough idea. Those pants they're worth on average between $160 to $260. But I really need to figure it out. And then there's this. I mean, this is an absolute gem. Embroidered. So yeah, like it's a lot of work to like find this stuff. Yeah, I want to do that, like have a proper boutique. Like going out looking for this stuff, you know, I've been in those thrift stores since February, and we're now in August, so it took me quite a few months before I found something like really like, oh my god. You spend a lot of time. Like I go like every week and I spend about 4 hours in the store at least, going through like the racks individually, like every single item, you know, pulling out a few things you like, put them in a cart, then you evaluate them. Is there damage? There's this or that. You run it through Google Lens, see if it's worth anything. Or, I mean, look, sometimes you pick up something that you're not going to run it through Google Lens because it's just a weird or a cool item that you like. But you got to know, like, Some brands are worth a lot of money and some really aren't. And the thrift store doesn't really price accordingly. Like, they'll ask you $20 for something that, yeah, it's new, but the original price was 30, and they're asking 20. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But then there'll be something else that they don't recognize, and they'll be asking for 10, and the original price was 100. You know. And then even if it was 100, does it sell? That's the thing. You could end up with a lot of very expensive stuff. Like, there were these items in the thrift store that had the original tags on them. They were from this Italian designer. It was called Giuliana Collezione. And the tags said that these blazers were worth $400 or $500. These were luxury items. The thrift store was asking like $40. Guess what? Those things are going to end up in the bins because no one's going to pay that, because this brand, I don't know who she is, some designer made this stuff in Italy, but they're not popular. Nobody's buying it, as far as I can tell. It's outdated, and it's not going to sell, you know? Yeah, you have to like pick it, put it in your cart, and then you go through it one by one. You really like think about it and make sure it's okay. And sometimes, you know, I end up buying things, I take it home and then I realize, oh, it's got a hole in it, and I bring it back, exchange it. And today I finally was like, oh, I've had this blouse for a week, I'm gonna steam it now. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep it. I took the tags off, and then as I'm steaming it, I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, where's all the glitter? It came off. As long as the look is in, they're buying. Yeah, it depends what's trending. Now look, I'm going to show you the other dead stock I got, but I just got to show you this, and this is not trending, but I bought it anyway. This is the ugliest sweater in the world, but it's Mickey. I mean, what do you guys think? Look at this, and it's vintage. It's like, it's 90s, I can tell by the type of material. You remember when chenille was very popular? And this is like a tiny little chenille thread with a tight little knit. It's cool though, right? I mean, if you saw it in real life, the thing is the color, it's like a rusty kind of red, and I spruced it up. I bought myself like a professional lint sweater shaver that doesn't wreck your clothes, and I gave it a good shaving, and it is really in good condition. I'm gonna put it on. I want to show you. Well, I mean, I don't know, it just struck me as like really exceptional, and I paid for it. I don't think it was cheap either. Oh well, it wasn't that much. It was $7. Actually, that's pretty cheap. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. It's so weird. It's a knit with Mickey Mouse on it. Yeah, you do? But I mean, I don't know if it's official Disney or whatever. But then on the back too, you see Mickey's back. I mean, I just thought it was weird. Weird and interesting, like in a cool way, you know? What do you think? It's cool, right? You like it? Anyway, I bought it. I probably wouldn't wear it myself. Because, you know, I'm either wearing my cleaning lady clothes, or I like to I dress a little more boho. It's not really my thing. It doesn't look official. You're right, it doesn't, right? Because the ears are really small. So something about it is weird. I don't know, what do you think? What is this? Anyway, I don't know, but it has a really great feel. Like, it's very squishy and it feels nice. My son has to get up early, so I can't stay and talk for too long like I usually do. But anyway, oh yeah, here's another thing. I'm just going to show you a couple things that I grabbed, and I'll show you the rest of the dead stock. These skirts, okay, they had so many, and I was like, what is that? They're too small for me. So first of all, I don't like to buy anything that's smaller than a size 10, because what if I get stuck with it? If I get stuck with it, then I'll be like, screw it, I'll wear it, you know? But then I looked it up, because I went there and I saw them, and there was one, and it was really great. It was like goth looking, and I like that too, you know? I don't wear goth Jana does. But see, it's corduroy. It's like a really fine corduroy, and then it's got these like sparkly sort of dots on it, and it's super boho pleated skirt. And the other one that I bought, it's also like a fine corduroy, and I thought, well, that's really nice for fall, right? No, it doesn't have any tags. It doesn't say Disney. I don't know what it is. But yeah, look at this. And it's all full of glitter. I mean, it doesn't look as shockingly bedazzled as it does on screen. Wait, what's this? Thread coming out. I can fix that. Man, you know what? I have this little tool. You know those little tools that help you like put the thread through the needle? So if you have a very, very short thread that's loose and you can't like, you know, do this and make a knot properly or whatever, you can put the thread through the material first and then use that little tool and then, put the needle in, use the little tool and then pull the thread and then pull it through that way. And with that, you can make a knot with like, you can secure a thread that's like super short. Yeah, so this skirt, it's so cool. Too small for me, but it has this pattern on it, which is embroidered, and then it's got these amazing gold sequins, and it's in really good shape. So I saw these, and these were only two. There were more. What is this? I looked up the brand, and it's this very expensive French brand. These things are like super expensive, like $200 skirts. It's called Axara. It's from France. So you learn something new. Oh, I got this too at my last thrift haul. What's it called? Nuplex. Anyway, I thought this was cool. This was like activewear, you know. It's not Lululemon, it's a different brand, but it's good. Bohemian Grove, right? That's where it all started. This whole mess back in the day. I always thought somebody let him in. I mean, he had to be in on something. Like, how do you sneak into a place like that? You think those skirts will sell? Well, we'll see. But apparently they're very valuable. And then I regretted I didn't get the goth skirt. Oh, I got something else too. It's in my store, but I don't have it with me here. But they're like wallets that look like books on witchcraft, and I'm gonna tell you about this. You see it in my store anyway, because I saw them and I thought, oh, what will the Christians say? Of course, I'm Christian also, but then I thought, who cares? These things are very, very unusual. It looks like a book on witchcraft. It says like a book on spells and whatever, and they were just new, and I was like, well, you know, this is a very unusual item. And you know what, I'm not a pastor, I'm a reseller. I'm not going to judge you for what you're, you know, I'll sell to anybody. If you're a Christian and you want to buy a cross necklace, and I have one, if I find a good cross, I'll put it there. If I find like a nice hijab that looks really good and I think somebody wants it, I'm going to buy the hijab and I'll resell it. If I find a wallet that looks like a witchcraft book, I'm going to sell it too. Because you know what? Witches need wallets too, right? Right, Vicky? So those are really cool. And I was a bit like, oh, I don't know. But then, you know what? Actually, they were really popular. Everybody likes them. They got lots of hearts on them. Because they are cool. They're very unusual. And I also bought a scarf with the skull on it. I mean, yeah, you know, like, they're cool. They're cool. They really are. And they're a great gag also if you want to freak out your pastor. I mean, even if you're a Christian, it's only a wallet. It's not a book of spells. It's a wallet. And I thought it was kind of hilarious. Like, I do appreciate humor. And I thought to myself, imagine if I had this wallet, you know, or you just leave it lying around on your bedside and like your husband's like, what's this? Well, whatever. Anyway, yes, I'm selling the witchcraft wallet. For how? What would Aunt Flo say? I don't know. I'm an equal opportunity reseller. And trust me, God is behind me on this because he's absolutely blessed me. And I don't think God is like, no, don't sell the wallet. Because I also bought an orange scarf with skulls on it, you know, because maybe people like skulls. Like, I realize I'm not here to, I'm not going to buy like something that looks like satanic. That's where I do draw the line. I do draw the line there. But I would buy a Harry Potter thing or like a witchcraft gag wallet. It's fine. Anyway, here's the rest of the dead stock. Those of you who now hate me, just go, okay? Sorry, can't please everyone. I'll sell it to Anita or whatever. Somebody's going to love it. Yeah, look at this. This is vintage baby fat. And the cat is like, it's like a pipe cleaner type material. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, like I sell a leather jacket, I piss off the vegans. I mean, seriously, gonna piss everyone. So I figured what I do is between me and God. If I feel good about it, I'm gonna do it. And trust me, I serve God all day. That's my mission in life. That's what I do. That's what I do. My number one mission in life is to serve the Lord by serving other people. And trust me, I do a lot of stuff, which I don't even talk about here. I spend a lot of time doing that. That's number one. So that's why I was like, it's fine. Yeah, this is a cat. Well, I'm sure I was blessed. Absolutely had to be. So yeah, it's got the tags. It's got her picture. This is old, you know. This isn't Forever 21. Look at the label. This is like the early 2000s label. I was like, oh my God. And you know the best thing? You know what size this is? Yeah, this one is a 2X. They're plus size. So that's awesome. But I can get overwhelmed with having to make a lot of decisions. That's the problem. That I'm like, yes, I love it, I'm gonna buy it. But then it's like, wait a minute, how much do I charge for it? Do I just go ahead and put it on Poshmark, or do I open an Etsy? And you know, I do get burnt out, so I didn't open an Etsy yet. But I mean, look what I've done in the last, what, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. 5 months ago, I was selling on Marketplace. You know, I was selling like stuff from my house. No, the last couple of years before that. I don't know what I want, Vicky. I don't know yet. 200? Really? I don't know. Yes, I'm eclectic. I am eclectic. That's the way God made me. Yeah, I'm so done with like worrying about what people think. And I will sell to witches. And if you're a witch, you're welcome in my store. Absolutely. And a Muslim too. Anybody, really. But, yeah, I got 2 of them. And you know what? I bought one, and then I went back, and I was looking for... Okay, wait a second. This is so gorgeous. Oh, my God. I treat this like gold. This is so cute. And look how big it is. You know what? I went back for this one. It's a 3X. Look how gorgeous. Yeah. What did I pay for it? Oh, I paid $12. Yeah, it's a 3X because I want to source the clothes for the plus size ladies, plush size, like the plushy ladies, because they need to have beautiful clothes, you know. And like I said before, I know what it's like, and I know that it's not easy to find good clothes when you're plus size. So that one's a 3X. Oh my God, don't want to rip off the tag by mistake. And then I have this one, which is also long sleeve with the cat. And what size is it? 2X. Yep. And I have 2 like this. I bought both of them. That's 1. And that's 2. And this is the other one like this. Like it's kind of almost like a sweatshirt. This one is a 2X, right? Anyway, I have them in 2X and 3X. And then on top of that, I only regret that I didn't buy more of these. I'm serious. At the time, I was like, okay, I spent $525. The day before I was in there and I bought a couple of things and I didn't spend that much. And usually when I'd go to the thrift store, I'd have a coupon for 20% off. I'd spend $50, get $10 discount, come out and spend 40 bucks average. To make it worth my while, I get like a big discount. I figure, well, I got a free dress. I bought 4 and I got 1 free. And so I had bought those few things the day before, and then I went back and I had so much stuff in the cart, and these things were expensive. They were like average $15 to $20. I had a bit of a discount. I spent $525 in the thrift store, and the cart was so full that the guy behind me was like, oh my God. He was like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. And I was just like, charge it. I put on my credit card, and then now I transferred my balance from Poshmark, and I'm going to pay it. I'll pay all that stuff with my Poshmark money. These shorts, baby fat, and look at that with the gold in the back. And it was called what? Kiss something? This had a name. What are they called? Sweet Kiss. You spent $400 getting ready to sell? You bought $400 worth of merchandise? You spent 8 hours. Yeah, it takes a long time, right? Look, it's got the gold plaque. It's got that bling in the back. And you know what? Like, if I keep losing weight, I could wear these pretty soon. I kind of regret that I didn't get more of them, but I went and I spent the 525 bucks, and then I was like, okay, stop, don't buy all the shorts. I came back to exchange something, found more Miss 60 and Killa and more baby fat in even larger sizes, bought all of it, spent another 200 bucks, like no problem. But I still feel like, screw it, man. Like, I've been thrifting for months and I never find anything like this. I should have just bought the rest of the shorts. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? I sell them at a cheap price, that's all. But they will sell. How can they not sell? This is like amazing stuff. White with gold. Well, they're size 9 though. That's why I didn't buy so many. This one, yeah, they were all size 9, and I was like, oh, it's kind of small. I don't know. Like, I'd like to stick to 10 plus, but it's baby fat. So for me, it's too small, I'm sure. No, there's no way. Even now, I couldn't fit in it. But yeah, like, this was like a dream come true. Hi, David. So basically that's it. Yeah, this was like an absolute dream come true for me to find all this dead stock baby fat and Miss 60. I feel like it was God's hand was on it, It was quite amazing. Yeah, maybe I should go grab a few more, because what else am I grabbing? I was like grabbing random stuff. I have a lot. I'm focusing right now on like denim and suede. Like, I'll show you some of the stuff just quickly. Like, this is just Joe Fresh. It's Walmart, but it's really, really nice, and it's new with tags, and it's a large size. Oh yeah, and I found this swimsuit. It's a 3X, and it's yeah, Miss 60 is the name. This suit is worth like $100 new, or more. It's very, very expensive. It's by Fins, and that's the first time I found a new with tags plus size swimsuit. That was amazing. And I found this, and it's size 16, and it's a suede mini skirt. And I gave it the treatment though. I mean, they say to take it to a specialist, but I have like suede cleaner, so you know how suede, like it changes how it looks. It's not full of spots. That's just from me handling it, like just moving the suede around. Okay, have a good night. So there's like your cowgirl skirt. And this was new also. Denim skirt. That one's in my store. It's already up. And oh, this, I like this one so much I could wear it. It's a tunic with this like embroidered stuff here, very boho. And this in a 3X. Oh yeah, I'll show you this one too. This one's crazy. This is not a large size, and I love it so much I'd want to keep it. I don't know if I can put it on with this. Oh yeah, I can. But look at this. Look how gorgeous though, right? Isn't that awesome? So that's what I'm focusing on right now. It says, oh yeah, wait, I have this Miss 60 blouse too. I might as well show you it's sitting here. I have to put these away very carefully, which I'm going to do in a second. Oh, and there's one more thing that I got for myself. This is for me, so I don't have to wear a hobo jacket anymore. It's the Abercrombie and Fitch, and it's got like fur patches inside here, and it's super cute. You know why they put it in the thrift store? Where is it? Some rich lady like splashed her. There's like little coffee spots on it somewhere. I don't know. I don't even. Oh, here. Some rich lady like splashed her espresso on it. I could have never had this before. I was wearing the same crappy old Ardennes hoodie for like 2 or 3 years. Like my clothes were absolute rags. And look, now I have this. Pretty cute, right? Yeah, I love this. I'm not selling it. I'm just keeping this one. Try not to ruin it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's just got coffee on it, but I already got some of the stains out. I can do that. I can get them all out. Anyway, so that's it. So I'm focusing right now on like sort of Western theme, like lots of denim and like long, comfortable sweaters. I'm so obsessed, you guys. I hope you don't mind. I'll show you the other two because they're so gorgeous. So there's this one, which you saw, right? And then there's this one, which I haven't even listed yet. I'm just going to show you the sweaters, and I'm going to have to go. Look at that. Look how comfy it is. Oh my God. Like, I want to keep them, you know? Isn't that amazing? It's so cool, and it's really comfortable, and it's like so boho cowgirl, and it's got like one clip, and it's really big too, so it'll fit like a big girl. Hydrogen peroxide, yeah, I use the OxyClean like with the toothbrush, but depending on what, because it can bleach color out. I mean, it just depends, you know. Like if it's a light color material, you can do that, but if it's a pattern, or if you put alcohol or OxyClean, you can bleach things. You have to be really careful. Yeah, it is incredible. But you guys, I spend a lot of time looking for these gems. I feel like I'm mining for gems. Like, this is amazing. Wait, what's the brand? It's Vintage America. That's what it's called. And there's this one. I might have showed you this one already. This bracelet's going to drive me crazy. But anyway, this one is like this. Does it have a hood? Wait. It's this bracelet. It just gets stuck on everything. Okay. Oh, it has a hood. Whoops, my hair. How's that? It's cute, right? It's kind of, I mean, I guess you can flip it up like that if you want to, but I think it's more of a collar, you know? I don't think it's really meant to be a hood. But it's so beautiful. I just love the colors. Like, you know, this is perfect if, like, let's say you're going out in the fall, if you're going to like a festival, or you're going to like, you know, like a fair, like a food fair, something like that, where you're gonna be walking around and You just need like a nice comfy sweater. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's good for fall, you know. So I got like, yeah, I went and found this. Let's see if I can take it off now without destroying it. This bracelet though, it's like spines on a porcupine. And I showed you this, right? The French skirt with the embroidery at the bottom. I put that one in the store. What's this? Oh yeah, I have this one too. This one, I'm only gonna put one arm in. It's super soft. It's like new, right? It's like, I don't think it was ever worn. But it has these little sleeves. So it's just kind of like a little poncho, but it has sleeves on it. But it's really, really, really soft. So I did get that one too. Oh yeah, and I found one more dead stock. Oh wait, no, I have this one too. I forgot to show you this one. This one's super gorgeous too. Look, this one is it's torrid, and it's new with tags. And it's what is it, like a 2X? Yeah. So like as you see, like the theme here, the poncho, yeah, the poncho is super cute, yeah. And this one is really nice too. And I also have a torrid blazer. And this one. Oh my god, this bracelet. Wait. I know this is dead stock because this company went out of business in 1996. See, it has like this gorgeous embroidery in the front. It's so beautiful. It's Carol Reed, and it's 90s. You know, it can't be from anything later than 96. Yeah, this wasn't today. This was like last week. I went there like twice in a row, and I mean, yeah, it seemed like somebody was dumping like 90s or early 2000s dead stock. I actually kind of wonder, like, what happened? Did somebody die, or did they just decide to go out of business, or they moved or something? I don't know. But yeah, so that was the thing that happened, and I felt very blessed. I was very surprised. It was like a dream come true to find this stuff. Now I have my work cut out for me. I have to figure out what to do with it. I have to figure out how to price it and where I'm going to put it up. I could like try eBay. I just feel like I don't know, I was scared of eBay. That, I don't know, like scammers, like that doesn't happen on Poshmark. It's very hard to get scammed on Poshmark. That's the thing with Poshmark. It's very easy and you won't get scammed. So, I mean, I could put it on Poshmark. And at least then I have peace of mind. But then it's going to be in like a big pile with all my other stuff. So how's anyone going to find it? On the other hand, I could finally open the Etsy boutique and put it in there. And just like specialize in that. I mean, I don't know if I have enough for a whole boutique, but like I have quite a bit. Like I bought a lot of pants, you know. Anyway, that's it. I found a ton of dead stock. That's my news. Now I really have to get off and my son has to go to bed. I just wanted to give you an update. I feel like I did all the talking tonight. I mean, I just wanted to show you all that stuff. You guys still there? I'll just say goodnight to you. If you want to say anything else, like before I leave, like go ahead and leave us a comment, you know. Yeah, you're still there? Okay. You're going to bed. It was nice talking to you, Vicky, yesterday. I do miss you. I do want to come out and see you. I'm not just saying that. Oh, hi. Jesse dropping in. Okay, you guys are still here. Oh, je t'aime aussi, Vicky. Hi, Kokum. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Aw, Cheryl, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to go because it's late. But I thank you so much, you guys, for showing up, and I'm always happy to see you here. You guys are a ray of sunshine in my life. Seriously, Etsy's a great place to sell. Are you saying that from experience? I'm nervous about it. I have a friend who sells on Etsy, but I feel like I'd like to have like a cute little Etsy boutique. But I mean, I've heard some good things and some not so good things. Maybe it's better to make your own site. I don't know. Hi, Payson. Have a good night. Okay, good night, Jesse. Well, you guys know I did give my email out in the last video. Like, if you want to email me if you're in the States and there's anything that you're interested in, I should have said this before, but at the beginning of the live. But like, if you guys need to get in touch with me, thanks, Cheryl. It's thetruthergirls@gmail.com. I never used to give it out, but I'm giving it out now. Yeah, I will pray on it. That's a good idea. Okay. Well, if you want to say anything to me, like, I do check my Gmail more often than the Yahoo. That was a disaster. I never go in there. I don't want to get flooded in my Gmail. I didn't want to put it out there because I somehow ended up with like a lot of spam in my other emails. I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody put me on a mailing list or something, but you know what I mean? Like, gave my email out. Yeah, grab my Gmail. I mean, on Patreon is the best place to message me because I'm always there and I always answer the Patreon messages. I will see the Gmail messages as well. I can't do like long pen pal kind of like back and forth thing because I'm just super busy, but I will answer your messages. And I'm giving you my Gmail. You get to have it because you made it through this live right to the end. So there, thetruthergirls@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Love you. God bless you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.